The Capital One Orange Bowl Media Tour presented by Duffy Sports Grill, back at you from Uptown Charlotte at here. And fun fact, the oldest player ever to suit up for college football. Did you know that?
Me?
Yeah.
You
didn't know that?
The oldest player what?
Yeah, ever to play. Here, let me show you. I didn't know you didn't know that. How do you not know a fun fact about yourself? Right here on Wikipedia, it says Earl Little Jr., 52 years old.
Well, stop playing.
Born March 10th, 1973.
No, sir.
That's not you.
Nah, but that's me in the pictures. But
man, how you doing today, man? Out here, that was for y'all that don't know. It's a fun fact. I guess Wikipedia has it wrong right now. We got to get that changed.
Yeah, definitely.
But speaking of getting changed, you're sharp here for ACC Kickoff, man. Can you tell me about the thread you got on?
You know what I'm saying? I got a double-breasted vest on. Y'all got to get into the details. They probably can't pick it up on camera, but you know, I got lions. I got lions on my buttons.
Ooh.
So I got a little jewelry on.
You got the lion pin
yeah,
here
I got
as well.
the lion pin as well. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tapping into that. You know, I'm just feeling good, looking good.
Defensive backs usually aren't this flashy.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I feel like, yeah, we the most swaggiest person on the field and off the field, in my opinion.
Why the lion? What's the lion say about you? Is this something that you've, since a kid? Is this new? What's the lion?
Just my passion for the game and the tenacious attitude I play with. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I got a lion tatted on my chest as well.
Man.
So that's something I'm big on.
You didn't triple, quadruple down on the lion.
Yeah,
That's ferocious. So we got the king of the jungle here, Earl Little Jr. with the lions tatted on him, lions all over his clothing. And also, we're going to need a lion-like effort to get a bounce-back season from Florida State here.
Most definitely.
What made you choose to stick with the garnet and the gold following what, you saw transpire last year?
You know what I'm saying? With the unfortunate season we had last year, that's not something I wanted to leave off on. I didn't want to jump in the portal, just jump ship. I made a commitment to stay here. And, just put on for this logo this year. Because, playing for the state has always been a lifelong dream for me, even though I went to Alabama outside of high school. But, yeah, I chose to come here, and I'm playing for this logo on my chest and playing for that last name on my back.
So I'm curious for you. I know you said you always kind of wanted to go to Florida State. Why not out of high school? Because you went to high school at American Heritage, right?
Yeah.
You were coached by Pat Surtain, who I'm sure had some opinions on where he wanted you to be at and whatnot. Right. You're back here at Florida State, but why did you choose the Alabama route at first?
Just being young. I had a great relationship with Coach Saban, coming out of high school. He recruited me for my 10th grade year. We had a great relationship, going throughout my high school years. But that's something that it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I made my decision. I stuck with it, but now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here, and I'm ready to take the field with my Seminoles brothers.
Earl Little Jr. His last name might be Little, but his play and his ego is nothing like it.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
I'm curious, man. You made the switch from nickel to safety. You're a versatile defensive back. Where do you feel most comfortable playing in the defensive backfield?
I feel like my strong suit is going in the next, a couple of years. My time, what I'm saying, if I'm blessed enough to, make it to the NFL, I'm saying my strong suit will be in the secondary, obviously, but, at the safety position.
Yeah.
In this 3-3-5, it's going to be a field safety. The rover is the position I'm at. It's in the middle of the field, primarily in the intermediate level. It's going to be a boundary safety. But at that intermediate level, I feel like, they need me in the box. I can come down and play the box. I can put my pads on people. At any given moment, I can be in the post. I can play the half of the field. I'm blitzing off the edge. I can blitz, up the A gap. Whatever the case may be, I feel like it's going to be able to, showcase my talents and my versatility.
It reminds me, what you're talking about right now reminds me of a kid I actually covered in high school, saw go to Florida State, transferred actually. You know Jamie Robinson?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jamie, I remember him being a similar type of player in high school. I believe he started at South Carolina, but then came to Florida State to play under Norvell and whatnot. What's your relationship like with him, and who are some other Florida State defensive backs in a school that has a wealth of guys that talk about this role that you play in, that you've leaned on to see how you can grow in that role?
Me and Jamie, we keep it cordial. We speak. Me and him weren't here at the same time, but we definitely have each other's, socials. We'll time and talk to each other every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I'm cool with Asante Samuel, and like a few dudes that are model my game after playing at the safety position is the Derwin James, Jalen Ramsey. He was in that slot. You know what I'm saying? He was a dog for sure. Those are some guys I try to emulate my game after, just take chips from their game, implement it in mine.
When you say that, so is Florida State kind of close to being the team that can beat DBU? Like, if you had to do a Mount Rushmore of the defensive backs that have come through Florida State, who are your guys that you kind of look up to? Who's your top 4 right there?
My top 4, Tavares McFadden, T-Time, he came from American Heritage. He was a dog here.
Yeah.
Zont, he from Broward County. Derwin James, and Jalen Ramsey, like I said. And I don't want to sing with anybody else. It's DBU, man. It's a whole bunch of them boys that came through here, but those are some of the dudes that stuck in my mind.
So now with that being said, knowing that's the lineage of Florida State defensive backs and with the confidence you already have, what are you setting your sights on this year, which, if you play it right, could be your last year in college football, or you can stick around, make more money on the field in college, and put more tape out there? But what's your goals right here?
My goal is just, take every day by day, just get 1% better and just be where my feet at, really. I don't want to think too much about the future. I want to, focus on what I have at hand right now, and that whatever I focus on now, that's going to put me in a position to be successful in the future. So I'm just being where my feet at, just trying to help encourage my team and my guys, just be in the right position.
It's another Florida State former defensive back. You might have heard of him, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders. Which, again, you ain't got to forget the Mount Rushmore stuff. I'm thinking more so he started talking about caps on NIL at a certain point about a week ago. And I'm thinking, I don't know what you remember about Prime, but he must be the money. Yeah. He was prime time, dancing into the end zone and whatnot. Right. Do you think 20, 30 years from now you're going to change up? You're going to start acting like you wasn't, feeling the things that you liked in college like he did?
I don't feel like I'm going to change up. I feel like I'm going to stay the same. Yeah. I'm going to be the same me forever.
No cap on NIL, though, right? You're not for that?
I'm just that's a great question to ask Norvell. I ain't going to lie to you. That's a great question to ask Norvell. I ain't got nothing to do with that, but
that's a good way to push it off. We'll keep it pushing. Yeah, we ain't got to address it. It just came across my mind. I started thinking about Florida State defensive backs. Do you like that this year people are underestimating what y'all can be versus last year y'all were picked to finish first in the conference? This year it feels like people are a little bit down on Florida State.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like that underdog is probably that's going to be the best thing for us. Being that underdog, that's going to allow us to come out there on Saturdays and play with a chip on our shoulder. And that's giving us something to work to every day. So I feel like that's probably the best thing that'll happen to us.
Who talks more trash, you or Tommy, or Tommy or any of the other defenders that are going up against him at practice? Because that dude, I haven't seen him stop talking.
Yeah, he can rap. Yesterday, me and Tommy actually got into it during the team run in a good way. You know what I'm saying? We were just competing. It wasn't nothing crazy, but we were definitely talking smack to each other. But me and him could definitely rap, but he can rap more. Yeah. He love to talk, and that's what I love about him.
That's all I'm about to say. Is that helpful? I mean, I've heard last year a lot of the Miami Hurricanes guys were talking about how Cam Ward yapping at them helped sharpen them. And some of the Tennessee Titans guys saying the same thing today. Does that you like that, right? You like that kind of energy coming from your quarterback?
Definitely. You definitely want that coming from your quarterback. Because, that's the leader of the whole team for real. So, you know what I'm saying? When he gets the juices flowing, it's like, come on, you got to step up. Bring your best foot forward. So I feel like that's a great thing. That's a great attribute to have as a quarterback. That's what I love about him. Who
are the quarterbacks in this league right now in the ACC that you're most looking forward to going up against, that you like playing against because they challenge you?
Definitely Cade Klubnik. You know what I'm saying? That's one for sure. But any other guys, it is what it is, but that's one that stuck in my mind for sure.
I feel like Clemson's been the big dog in the ACC for the past decade. They've won 8 out of the last 10 ACC titles. Y'all are one of the only 2 schools to actually have gotten one on their watch. Wouldn't you like to add to that on your way out the door here in college football?
Definitely want some hardware by the time I leave this joint. And that's what we're working towards every day.
I'm looking forward to the journey to do so. Again, y'all open the season up in week 1, not week 0, late August there. So we'll be looking forward to that. Earl Little Jr. If you don't see him by the number 0 on the field, maybe off the field, you'll see a guy sporting a bunch of lions, and you'll know exactly who you're looking at.